coming up right now, our induction ceremony is about to begin. The first one that will step up here on stage and introduce the Svelvar family, Mr. John Bond. John, come on down. John will step here on stage and begin the proceedings. Do you want John to use this mic? You want John to use this mic or not?
Well, hello, everybody. How do you introduce somebody in 5 minutes that has 50 years of business, over 1 million people that go through their doors, and 4 bars that have supported music for such a long time? So I'd like to start with a question. How many people here have ever been to the Euclid Tavern, C-Bar's Euclid Tavern, Tavern out at Madison, and the Sahara Club? Just raise your hands. Just raise your hands. Okay, then I don't have to make a presentation. No, I was kind of wondering why they asked me to do it, and then I realized I found a family when I didn't expect to. And my wife over there from Collinwood said, "You should go to this bar. It's pretty cool." So I went there by myself. I'm sitting in the back. I didn't know anybody. I'm sitting at a place where you don't want to get beat up. You know, your back's against the wall, and I got all these people standing around there. And the old man, Tony Svelbar, went up to me after I closed it for another night and by myself, didn't know anybody. He said there's only 2 reasons why a guy closes a bar by himself. And I thought, this isn't going to be good. This guy's a nice guy. He's a big guy, too. And he said, you know what? It happens because you're either going to try to get laid or get in a fight. And I told him, I'm Croatian and Swedish. I like both very much. And he laughed his ass off. And I told him, but if anything ever happens to you, I'll jump over and I'll beat them up. Now, I didn't jump over one time, but I did grab somebody off the bar and dragged him outside. And he told his wife, Rose, who's a Croatian, there's this guy, I don't really know who he is, but he comes in here. So every time Rose came into the bar, where's the crow? Where's the crow? She thought I was 7'8", 350 pounds, and she looked at me and she was very dismayed. But all I can say, they accept people into their establishment, especially loners, people that want to go see something by themselves, and they protect you with everything they have. And you got to give it up to them for that. They also, besides the blues, yes, they embrace the blues, but they were a polka family, man. They were into polka big time, and they should be in the Polka Hall of Fame. But now they're in the Blues Hall of Fame, and they're very happy, and they're very thankful for all those that let them in. And I got to tell you, that's big when a society lets ownership of a bar or establishment in, like Norm's in it from Parkview. You did a wonderful job, your 2 places, man. And Mike Miller, wonderful job. Brought in national blues people. You know, Schwartz Brothers, I used to see them over at your place. I actually got thrown out of there because I yelled, I'm allowed to drink. I'm not a heathen. And I got thrown out. But anyways, let me get to the meat of the matter here. I have a few notes. Oh, shit, I dropped them. No, I'm just going to go through the family that as I met. I talked about the old man, Tony. I talked about Rose. There's also Tony Jr., who isn't here today. That I didn't know he was one of the first owners of the place. All I do know is when my wife was playing softball for him in 1979, we went back to the bar and I said, this bar's happening, man. Look at all the, look, I see all these girls with uniforms on and stuff, and it's like neighborhood. They're neighborhood first, music second, okay? As long as you have that, you're gonna have an establishment that lasts through the time, which they did. Now, yeah, thank you. You know, I mean, it's pretty amazing. So now Tony was kind of interesting to me because he's skinny and he can out-eat the whole family. Now, you understand when that mom cooks, there's over 3,000 people, 3,000 pounds of people sitting around a table, and they go like that. And Tony could always sneak out a pork chop before anybody else would get his arm cooked. So Tony still goes there, he still cooks, does clam bakes. It's all very good, very unassuming. And then Euclid Tavern, I went to that. I didn't know Jimmy, but I went to the Brick House because I like stress, and I went to Euclid Tavern, then moved, didn't do it. When I came back in, we ended up kind of like becoming kind of good friends, which is scary. He's a big guy, he gets a little mad, he's nice. And he did a wonderful job with the Euclid Tavern. He tried to bring it back years later, it didn't work. But the Sahara Club was a very interesting experiment that sort of went awry for him. It got so popular, so big, the neighborhood hated him. And, you know, that happens. Success can eat you up. And, but it didn't stop him. He kept going. He's gonna accept for the family tonight. And I'm sure he'll have a very wonderful, colorful presentation. And I'm not gonna go much longer because it's gonna take him some time. So here's where I'm gonna go with this now. Anybody that would let me in a bar with 4 friends that are just drunks on a Wednesday say, can we play here, man? He goes, yeah, I ain't gonna pay you. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. We like the bar, we'll play. And then all of a sudden it's like, we never had a practice. We just get up there and play. And then all of a sudden it's like, people started coming in. And to get money out of a Slovenian is not a difficult thing. So can you imagine Slovenian dad, Croatian mom, they love color of people, of everybody, but the most important color is green. Long as there's money, the bar gets filled. Everybody's accepted and everybody wins. And that's the Svelbar family. Congratulations to them for going so long, so well. Love you guys. Love the whole family. Barb, Mark, they're here. Tommy, Sick, and Polly. Jesus Christ, Polly, do we have fun. I'm surprised you didn't kill Alan Green in 25 years. Polly Svelbar, Barb Svelbar, Marco, and I know Jimmy Svelbar's somewhere around here. I know he's somewhere around here. I know he's not nervous. Come on up, Jimmy. Do you have a thing that you read for him, or? Okay. We have awards. Polly. Okay, Polly, come on up. Grab Tommy's. Poor Tommy's sick, man. I know he's sick because he knew I was going to come up here and talk, and maybe talk about dog water. By the way, I got a table back there. That's dog water. 10 years at C-Bars. We're trying to carry on the blues for everybody in a very economical way. No, you're going to have this one. I know you want this. Oh, no, then they'll set you up over here. It's okay if you set them up over there? Polly, come on up. All right, so this is Jim Svelbar, also known as Lord Jim. This is Polly Svelbar. Polly has cooked more wings. He is hated by chickens everywhere. He's might have killed out a country full of wings at Euclid Tavern and that. Yeah, grab it for Tommy. Man, that's a bummer he couldn't be here. He was so happy. And they have a bus in the back in case anyone needs a ride home. It'll cost you about $5. But they'll get you in there. So, you want to say anything real quick? Come on. Come on, Paul. You know these guys. You know all these guys.
Family, friends, and fun. That's what it's all about.
Thanks a lot for filling that in with us. Family, friends, fun. I got pages upon pages here of stuff, and I'm just going to read like little quirks, right? I'm not going to tell the whole story because there's thousands of stories. So if you want me to elaborate on something as I'm going along, tell me. You know, everybody say, wow, what about that? So we're going to start out with Mom and Dad. A Slovenian and a Croatian meeting on St. Clair Avenue. Big bands playing all over the place. They meet from 40th Street to 55th. Slovenians and Croatians at the time, no. That's not a mix. But they decided, yes, that's a mix. 11 children later, it's a mix. 9 boys and 2 girls. The reason why our family is so well known is because the 9 boys. You'll have 6 girls, 6 boys, not 9 boys. So they're all Svelbars after that, right? The grandkids, the great-grands, 25 grandchildren right now. 20 great-grandchildren right now. 4 in the oven right now. 4 in the oven. 3 will be getting married next year. 3 getting married next year. So we're going to start having great-great-grandchildren. I'm going to say the family in the next 10 years will be over 100. Over 100. So it's the past. We're talking about the past. Rayer Hall, Slovenian Home is where it all began. My parents took that over after my dad retired at 52 years old from a Dressograph Moldograph, and they were doing the Slovenian Home. Business got so busy, they had to triple the size of the basement bar. Triple the size. And I'm saying to my dad, hey, we ought to get in business. We're getting all this, people are coming to see us. We're making it happen here. Oh no, we got to stay here. So I said, no, I'm going out. So I bought the Euclid Tavern with my 2 partners in 1978. 1978. The city of Cleveland at the time, 800,000 people. Wow. Now the city of Cleveland is 380,000 people. So I think the catalyst for all this was St. Joseph High School at the time. So I go to St. Joe's, there's 500 guys in my class, 2,000 guys in the school, coming anywhere from Shaker Heights to Painesville and Menor and beyond. They're coming from all over the place. There's select guys coming to the school. So now I know 1 million people throughout greater Cleveland, connected with Mayfield Heights High School, Brush High School, where John Bond went. All these places. Now I get the tavern, which is centrally located, better than downtown Cleveland, to where all these people are coming from the Heights, from east, from west. They're coming, and the place is just filling up. It's like pure madness. We're open practically 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and it's not just at night. We're open during the day also, and we're right on the verge of where the biggest construction area in the United States was about to happen, and we were the first ones there. So, I mean, it was just a lot of people. So let's go from there. I was also out at the farm in Thompson, Ohio, and we'd have parties out there before, and parties continuing on, 2,000 people coming from all over the place. Then, like I said, we get to the Euclid Tavern. My brother Paul stays at the Euclid Tavern, and my partners are there, Paul DeVito, Bob Yost. They stay there. I go to the Sahara Club. Paul stays there and takes over my place. This guy here is the hardest working guy in the whole world. Right here, Paul. One night they made over 2,000 chicken wings with, who was that? The artist?
No, there's nothing. No,
Eric Hess, right? Derek Hess. Derek Hess and him are cooking the chicken wings. Derek's, boom, right, he's chopping them. 2,000. And nobody had chicken wings outside of Buffalo, New York, because Jerry Suhar, who would travel to all these cities, brings chicken wings to the place. I go, who's going to eat those chicken wings? You know, come on. That's nothing. That's all skin and stuff. Oh, yeah, chicken wings. It's going to be big. The panini sandwich from Pittsburgh. He's playing in Pittsburgh. We're going to make a panini sandwich over here. Oh, that works. So the guy was just amazing, and he would do Monday nights at the Euclid Tavern, along with 7 days a week, somebody doing it. Numbers Band on Tuesday, Mr. Stress every Wednesday and Saturday. The Generator, the Generators, all these bands are crazy amazing. Okay, some of our friends, Steve Popovich was related to a couple of people that worked for me. So he would come in there all the time with Meatloaf. At least 15 times Meatloaf, either in the Euclid Tavern or the Sahara. Then all of a sudden, Jerry Shirley comes about playing with Badfinger there at the Sahara. Now we're in trouble because this guy is just completely out of his mind. So he brings over Peter Frampton, who just got inducted into the Hall of Fame yesterday. Peter Frampton was in the band with him. Humble Pie. Thank you, Mark. Humble Pie. So then he eventually marries one of my waitresses, Cheryl Shirley. So I got guys coming from Led Zeppelin,
John Paul Jones, yeah.
from just every English band that's playing in Cleveland. He tells them, go over to the Sahara Club. You're going to have a blast.
Peter Frampton was there.
And then we go to Greg Allman.
Yeah.
Greg Allman was a friend of Tex. So he eventually played there and then brings all those kind of rockers. Hey, if you're playing in Cleveland, the place you want to go after 12 midnight, after you shut down the show, the Sahara Club. The Front Row Theater. Every single band that played there, I believe, came into the Sahara Club right down the street. Okay. So it's Sahara, Sahara, Sahara going crazy with all kinds of people there. Here's a non-musical fact. Ed Kelsey, father of Kelsey Brothers, worked for me there at the Sahara. And he brought the two boys when they were little. I'm watching the two boys, so could they swim in the swimming pool? Of course they can. So I've known them since they were this tall. So then that's a connection with Taylor Swift. So these are the 7 degrees. It's like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? That's 2 degrees. That's 2 degrees. 1 degree with the Kelsey Brothers and 2 degrees with Taylor Swift. And then people dropping in all the time. You never know who would come in there. We would have benefits. The cystic fibrosis benefit. First time they ever got over $10,000 collected for the cystic fibrosis thing. And bringing the kids over there on top of it who were playing the thing. if you have any questions about this, ask me, or later on if you want. If you want to ask me now and elaborate on it, I will. I will. So, again, meantime, C-Bars is going crazy over there with music. And they're doing good. Much smaller place, obviously, than the Sahara, but more long-standing, right? 1979 till present day and into the future. So that's past, present, and future. With all these grandkids and great-grandkids, we're going on to the future. We're not going anywhere. We'll be right there. You come and see us. So then, I'm going to skip around real fast then. Okay, at the present time, the Euclid Tavern sign sits in Nashville, Tennessee, at Jason Aldean's place. I get about 10 to 15 texts a week about the sign being there. And the company has made one in Columbus, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., and now Las Vegas. And they duplicated that sign in all of those places. C-Bars with the Ellen Green reunion for 22 years straight, without stopping on Sunday nights, 22 years. Our family involved in sports. I was at Marshall University the year after the plane crash, and the movie is about me. Ted Reiser just yesterday had a Sahara Club reunion at VFW on White Road. Just yesterday. About 400 people. The movie at the Euclid Tavern with Michael J. Fox and Joan Jett. They closed us up for 3 weeks and filmed the movie there at the Euclid Tavern. Welcome to Collinwood. Also blurps in that from the movie Welcome to Collinwood. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up with this. The future is coming, so what I want to say is jazz and blues had a baby, and they called it rock and roll. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to the society. Thank you for all you people coming over there. We couldn't have done it without you. We're going to continue. The journey continues. Thank you.